Start saving your money. Listen, if you can't save money, your life gonna be hard. All right? If you can't save money, your life gonna be hard. And it ain't even about the saving money part that's really gonna teach you. It's about the discipline to do it that's gonna help you finish other things in life. You understand? You know.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Faison. Today, we're going to be talking about the discussion of money and really how important saving it really is. So, let me kick it off. We all love money. We all love being able to say how much we spent X amount of dollars on something, but most of us don't say how much we saved or put to the side, which is really alarming. So, here's a few important advices on why you should save your money. Right off the back, I'm gonna just kick it off. Advice number one: financial security. Saving money creates a foundation that helps you feel stable, even when income isn't consistent. It gives you confidence knowing you're not one mistake away from a financial trouble. Just that excerpt alone means everything. When you're going through something or a hard time and you just constantly blowing money and you're not using it as a tool for your advantage, and when something bad happens in your life or whoever that's around you, or maybe a job could just like want to just drop you out of nowhere, you're going to feel that pain. All of us been through that situation before. We haven't been taught the value of saving a dollar as opposed to other people of other families that put them on game about how to use money as a tool to advance their life or manage it as a setback. So always keep this in the back of your mind. Financial security is a huge important thing, especially if you have a family, because or if you got a wife or a kids at that. Have something on the back burner for when hard times come, because I promise you, you do not want to think back, be like, I have no savings saved up when all the money that you have spent on, ridiculous things don't like it's not nothing of value. So yes, financial security is a big thing. So save your money. Advice number two: an emergency backup. Emergencies are unavoidable, but financially doesn't have to be. Having savings allow you to handle unexpected expenses without panic or scrambling. I can speak for myself from that excerpt alone. My car back at what it used to be my car. I used to own a Jeep Grand Cherokee, 2005 model, a Laredo version at that. So it's like great for off-roading and things of that nature. When I used to drive that thing around all around the city, and when I got it, it already had bad tires as it is. But me being the simple minded who I used to be back then, my old town, I'm thinking like I'm just riding around, showing everybody, hey, look, I got a new car. Whole time as I'm doing that, having fun and stuff, my tires pop. And it's just like, damn, like, and the crazy thing about it, I can laugh at this situation now, but me looking back on it, when that situation happened, I should have known better. I should have really known better. And the reason why I say that is because when you buy a fresh new vehicle, new or pre-owned, sometimes more than pre-owned, you should already have like knowledge about changing your tires, because the previous owner won't even tell you all the details of to the screws of what they did to that car, deep down to the screws, if you get what I'm saying. So me knowing what I know now and me being older and mature as I am now, and looking back on certain situations, like even with my car, but the car is the most important thing in my life right now. Well, before back then, because it was a moneymaker. It used to get me all the way from work and back home, because I used to have a high paying job across the city. And I used to work for a hotel. And me blowing money after work, going to the clubs, drinking, linking up with friends, smoking. The typical young adult thing that you would do when you get off work. Like, always have an emergency backup for anything. When it's a rainy day, you can already move yourself out the rain because you already have something saved up. So take that with heed. Please have an emergency backup for when shit hits the fan. Because I promise you, they will. All right, on to the next advice. Advice number 3, freedom and independence. When you have savings, you're not forced to stay in situations you don't like, whether it be a job, a living situation, or a financial dependency on others. That excerpt alone is powerful. Reason why I say that is because nowadays you would see people in crazy living situations posted all over social media, financial security, not financial security, my bad. Financial dependency is what I mean. Like they always asking for money, which is nothing wrong with that, but constantly asking for money, knowing that you're body able and you don't want to work and you got 2 working hands and 2 working feet, you can make something happen. But the fact that they still dependent on somebody else is alarming. A job situation, a job. Too many people you see on social media, even when you talk to people in real life, outside of where you live or when you leave and work, 9 times out of 10, most people don't like where they work. They work there because they have to. They have to work there for the money. If they don't have money, they can't pay the bills. They can't pay rent. They can't pay their car insurance or a car note. If they don't have the money to pay all those things, they're going to become homeless, lose their car, lose any other things that they need money to keep them afloat. So it's all a revolving cycle. Like freedom and independence is really a huge thing. Not too many people are aware of the situation of when they could have freedom and independence, knowing that they make a lot, like maybe 6 figures from a regular paying job or 7 figures from doing some type of contract work. Because I promise you, like me talking to certain people out here in my life as I was growing as a young adult, I still am a young adult. I'm in my late 20s, but I'm still learning. I'm still like being consistent with knowing what I can know. So I don't have to be another statistic out here, you know, being revolved in the cycle. I remember with the job situation, I remember like there's this thing called F you money, fuck you money. When you have a lot of money saved up, and this has happened to me, like jobs used to be talking to me crazy, and I used to be like, giving them the look like, you need this shit more than I do. You continue to work here, and I already have like a lot of savings saved up. This was back when I was back at home, living back at home. I'm getting off topic. It's a situation where I used to work at a nursing home, and one of like higher ups and managers used to talk to me crazy, like as a young adult. But they've been there so long, they don't even know. Like they just going there to work, a revolving cycle, not saving up anything. Like they living to die. So it's just like, if you could break that cycle and you know the knowledge that I know now, do that. Because not too many people have that access to this type of knowledge. And it's unfortunate because you want to help people, but 9 times out of 10, people's pride is going to get in the way. And when I say pride, people think of like they know so much. And as I said in my previous videos, like when people know so much, I would tell them, show me how to make $1 million. And that corresponds to freedom and independence. Most people don't have that. That's why they stuck in the slave trade that they in. Like, if people was to sit down and really sit back and read and know some type of financial advice and advices, because most people is financially illiterate. I'm gonna be honest. Some people could have already been made it out the rat race, but it's unfortunate that the money that people make, people still want to be evolved in the rat race, if you get what I'm saying. So it's unfortunate that you want to help people, but people will dead ass put their pride in the way for them to be like, I know what I'm talking about. And they'll still be in this whole matrix cycle, buying unnecessary things, expensive clothes, running credit card bills up, expensive car notes, luxury house apartments, knowing that they can't afford none of these things, living above their means. Like, It's insane. It's really insane. So that's why when you know certain shit and you know this certain type of knowledge that can help advance you in your life and in the type of lifestyle that you want to live, you will already be well prepared for it because you already know what comes with this. So freedom and independence. Like I said, a lot of people make a lot of money out here, especially in today's world, today's age. We have a lot of information at the tip of our fingertips, literally at the thumbnails. People want to use that for a disadvantage, doing unnecessary stuff with their phone and not access the type of information to help advance their life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, freedom and independency is a huge thing in my book. Because who wants to work until they 60, 70, 80 plus? And that's a big time thing out here. We all have family members out here that's working X amount of hours knowing that they could have been retired. And then you'll hear them shoulda, coulda, woulda stories of what they could have done and stuff like that. Which I can feel for them, but at the end of the day, it's just like you had time to know these things. So it's just like, and it's never too late. I will never discourage anybody saying that it's too late, because it's never too late to make a change in anybody's life. If you really want freedom and independence financially, you really got to stay disciplined with your money, your savings, manage your money, budget, don't live above your means, everything. Everything is a revolving cycle into what's going on in today's age. And that's why you see so many people on social media and real life, the people who you talk to on a day-to-day basis saying they hate their life or they have more things than you possession-wise, a nice car, a nice house, but they still not happy and they still dishing out a lot of money. So yeah, freedom and independency is a big thing. I'm on to the next one. Advice number 4, avoiding a lot of debt. Saving helps you pay for things up front instead of borrowing money and paying extra in interest. This keeps you from digging a deeper financial hole. So yeah, that bulletin alone speaks for itself. A lot of people run up a lot of credit card debt knowing that they make at a cap that they make only but so much, but still running up credit cards and knowing that you not paying the bottom line of it, knowing that the interest is still going to increase just because you're not paying off the full cap of what you spent on credit cards. People don't know certain information dealing with credit cards. You know what I'm saying? And even with day-to-day loaning somebody money hand to hand, the old saying goes, if you owe somebody and you don't pay up, it's a consequence behind that. You may get beat up. Back in the old days, people used to kill for their money over $100 or less. That's how serious it was. Avoiding all debt at all costs, from person to person who you know and to bigger institutions as far as colleges or the bank, and even hospitals. Who wants to every end of the month or every paycheck other 2 weeks or every week? Who wants to dish out money every time when you get paid and knowing that you could have put that money and invested somewhere else? You see what I'm saying? You could avoid all that by paying up your debt up front. You may be broke for a couple of days, but it's a possibility that you're not going to owe those people no more because they got their money. They ain't going to bother you no more. It's so much financial knowledge that I know now that somebody could deadass use this information to help better their life. 9 times out of 10, for avoiding all debts, this is still within the same topic, but this is going off guard. Regular people like you and me can file for bankruptcy. Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. I could get into that, but that's for another discussion or for another day. But save your freaking money, bro. I promise you it's going to help you in the long run. For anything that people coming after you for what you owe, everything. Save your money. And advice number 5, having a peace of mind. Money problems cause stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights. Saving provides reassurance that you'll be okay. Sometimes even when things don't go as planned. I mean, it gives you a peace of mind knowing that you have something stacked up in the bank, stacked up in the savings account, or just something saved in the safe, you know? It's coming to a point now where you will see a lot of people out here in their life that got a family, got kids, married, they got a job, a nice paying job, and they still unhappy and they still worrisome. And it's unfortunate that you see these people on a day-to-day basis, social media or in real life, and they may have more than you, but the fact that they still not happy with their situation, financially wise, at that. Some people I talk to out here on a day-to-day basis, knowing what they know, they'll say to me like, hey, bro, if I was in his situation, I would dead ass change what I know from him being in his situation. But, you know, people's pride be in the way. They feel like if they downgrade a certain lifestyle, they less than. Man, shit. Me owning what I own, me owning what I own now, like assets, as far as like I don't have to pay no car note. I don't have to pay no rent. I don't have to fucking eat out every day. I don't have to link with I don't have to link with people every day. I go out here and there to buy me some clothes, but I guarantee and I rest assure you, if I buy me some clothes, it's going to be from something like Marshalls, Target, Walmart. Champion is still in style. And I got this from Marshalls, Roses, things of that nature. Good cologne. Let me see. This right here, Marshalls, $12. And it still gets the ladies like coming to me. I still get compliments on what I do. I still get compliments on me smelling good, because who wants to go around areas smelling? You see what I'm saying? Who wants to spend a big bag on one thing and you're going to be hurting in the long run? It's not a flex to spend X amount of dollars and flex saying I spent $50 on this, when it's the same retailer, another retailer that sells the same products for half the cost. That's a flex in my eyes. Me being older now, that's a flex in my eyes, because you will want to save money for a bad rainy day, whatever may that be. God forbid, knock on wood. But that's just the reality of the financial life that everybody's going through right now. Things that you see on social media, trends and all this stuff, like some of those people are really hurting in the inside because they trying to keep up with a lifestyle. They just trying to keep up with a lifestyle that's going out of style because their pockets is hurting, but they flexing to everybody in the world that they good, they can keep it up. But keeping up with the Joneses is going to keep you mad broke. It's going to get you set back to square one. It's going to do all types of things mentally, emotionally, and you probably want to hurt yourself just because you trying to, excuse my language, you trying to just keep up with the Joneses. People don't know real wealth is hidden. It's really hidden. It's the stuff that you don't see. We'll just leave it at that. And we see every day as we wake up in our cities that we live in, you will see a prime example of that every day. But the person that's owning that wear a regular t-shirt, some plaid jeans or some plaid shorts with some Skechers, driving a Porsche in his garage. That's the stuff that you don't see. Thank you all for tuning into this knowledge. Part 2 is right after this one. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video.